Seth Rollins reacts to the Omos Backlash match announcement. Plus, there is concern for an injured AEW star, and Mercedes Mone reveals future plans following her IWGP Women's title loss. It's all in the wrestling news right now. The big question in the wrestling news today is, who's that sat next to me? I haven't seen that person ever.
Hello.
Look who's back from the big walk.
Me, it's Jack the Jobber, everyone, from the wrestling on the YouTube.
You raised several £1,000s for charity, walking coast to coast.
Thank you. Thanks to everyone for donating. They raised several £1,000s for charity.
But you did the thing.
I saw.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
And welcome back.
Cheers, man. The Just Giving page is still open.
Yes, thank you. There'll be a link probably there somewhere.
It's also the pinned tweet on my Twitter. Thanks, Tom.
That's the way. Thank you. Seth Rollins was probably saying to WWE Creative when they booked him against Omos because of reasons.
So from being off, right, I think I've had accidentally the same reaction as everybody else to this one. Because from what I understand, this match was booked... Well, I saw the match graphic, had a look.
That was the booking.
I had a look at what happened.
Match graphic.
I had a look. I thought I must have missed some sort of build over the past 2 weeks. No. Even I, who's been watching it like consistently for the last week or so, was like, did I fast forward through something? And it turns out that Seth Rollins has the same reaction as both of us as well.
He does indeed. He quote retweeted the match announcement with a Ace Ventura Pet Detective gif, simply going, "Alrighty then."
Alrighty then.
Which adds to some absolute confusion around the match that's happening now. Presumably, we'll get some meat on the bone either tonight on Raw or Friday on SmackDown, or we won't.
Yeah. Is it funnier at this stage if they just lean into it and have Seth turn up and go, "What?" and Omos doesn't show up? They're like,
I think, yeah, there is something funny to be had by just kind of going, "I'm facing my arch nemesis Omos," and just like don't acknowledge any previous history.
There should be like a video package of them walking past each other backstage in slow motion and just stuff not just photoshopped badly. I think they should make most of it.
There needs to be somebody working their buttocks off right now in WWE.
This time I'm gonna let it all go.
Just like shots of Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar with Omos shot over the top.
Or just still images of both their PNGs from the website vibrating like as the music.
So the match has caught Seth Rollins off guard. His Twitter activity has very much told us so. I mean, there's a few theories as to why this is happening, away from just reasons.
Okay.
Interestingly, I every so often listen to Dutch Mantel's podcast, and he was talking about this, and he said, "Is it mainly a case of the draft is next week? So is it just something to keep Seth busy until post draft?
Just a little mini one.
Just a little mini
The
one.
only thing I would suggest there, maybe against Dutch's theory, is that that makes it sound like Seth's going to easily win, and I don't know if Seth is going to win. I think only because Omos has lost to Lesnar, and now if he loses to Seth, well, that's 2 big pay-per-view wins in a row. Whereas you'd suggest that maybe they'd want to keep him a bit stronger than that. But on the other hand, it's going to pop the crowd, isn't it? Especially in a market that doesn't usually get shows of this stature. If Rollins beats the big bad heel, I suppose.
I'm pretty sure Omos has lost everything on pay-per-view.
He's rubbish.
He's lost to Bob. I'm sure he's lost to Bobby Lashley. I'm sure he lost to Braun Strowman. Sure he's lost to Brock Lesnar. But
he still puts butts in seats.
He still puts butts in seats and anime on his Instagram. What a guy.
Does he?
Oh, he loves a bit of anime, does our boy Omos. Cool. So that's on the card for Backlash, and we'll probably hope we might find out why tonight. We might not. Also on the card, Rhea Ripley faces Zelina Vega for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Okay. The Judgment Day and the LWO have been going back and forth.
I see. I'm learning of these in real time, so this is quite interesting.
Austin Theory defends the US title against Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley.
2 big boys. Has he bitten off more than he can chew?
Find out in a minute. And the Bloodline, the Usos and Solo Sikoa face Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens and Matt Riddle in 6-man tag action.
Riddle's involved with those boys.
Yeah, Riddle's mates with them now. Okay. He's been helping out against the Bloodline. But there's the Paul Heyman. It looks very upset with the Usos a lot lately. That's a big part of the story.
Fair enough then.
Not happy with them. And then in the main event, Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar for the first time ever.
I mean, it's a unique matchup and certainly one that I'm excited to see. But it's all riding on it. If Cody loses again, then what are they playing at?
It's what they want to happen.
Yes, it is what they want to happen.
Let's go to AEW. Some concern today for an injured start on the roster.
Yes, Fightful Select reporting that Thunder Rosa is still not cleared, and there is concern that she may require surgery to repair her back. Thunder Rosa, a star in AEW who's, it seems by this stage, which is very unfortunate because I really enjoy watching her in the ring, she seems to have made more headlines by not being able to wrestle than a lot of wrestlers who are wrestling. There's been obviously loads of speculation regarding the severity of the injury, given the length of time that she's been out. I think the important thing here is obviously that we hope that she makes as full and speedy a recovery as possible, but it's not looking that speedy right now.
It's really not. There was a point where they thought that Thunder Rosa's injuries would just be a temporary setback. That's why she was the interim champion for a short while, which led to Tony Storm, then Jamie Hayter holding the belt, and then it was whilst Jamie Hayter was holding the title, I believe. It was while Tony Storm was holding the title.
Right, yeah.
They therefore declared that it was no longer an interim title.
That's why
canon.
Her injury was the reason for the creation of the interim title, wasn't it?
For the women's division.
For the women's division, yes.
But then that kind of was sort of written off in post. I think Tony is classed as a former women's champion.
They've been
rather than
retconned into the lineage of the belt.
Retconned. That's the word I was reaching for. Retcon redemption. Title losses is part of our final story of the day. So a surprising turn of events this weekend.
Do it as much as...
That's nice, that. I like that.
I can't do it like she does it.
I go clean in windows.
Yes, I was surprised as well by this.
Mercedes Money is bankrupt. Sort of.
The bank's closed. It's a bank holiday.
It's a bank holiday for Mercedes Money.
It is next week, isn't it? Is it bank holiday next week?
Maybe that's why she lost the belt.
It just really take me by surprise. It's nearly May. Mercedes Money lost, as Tom said there, the IWGP Women's Championship to Mayu Iwatani as part of a stacked card at Stardom's All-Star Grand Queendom, a show which I should say, given I've not watched it yet, but given the reaction that's come out of it, looks like a contender for pay-per-view of the year.
It was a phenomenal show. Yeah, I think when you come to do matches of the month for April, a lot of contenders in there, including this banger between Mayu Iwatani and Mercedes Money.
But as you alluded to, shockingly, perhaps, Mercedes Money lost the IWGP Women's Championship to Mayu Iwatani, which I'm surprised by because I thought maybe she'd have a longer reign.
Me too.
Which immediately after the loss seemed to lead to people speculating about her future as part of New Japan / Stardom. But she's addressed those concerns.
Well, she did indeed, because the nice thing was, just before that match, eagle-eyed people will have noticed that New Japan put out a little cheeky presser that said Mercedes Money has signed a contract extension. Then she went on to lose the title.
That made it look like she was going to win. Working us, Marks.
She had a post-match promo saying how disappointed and broken and bankrupt she felt, but don't worry, she called her CPA. She's still really, really rich. She reminded us that she was a living legend and in Star Wars, and reminded Mayu Iwatani that she is not the Undertaker, but she will be a dead bitch next time she sees her.
What a
fun promo. She wants another run at the IWGP Women's Championship, but she says the next stop on her world tour is May 21st. She's going to her cousin's house, Long Beach, baby.
Snoop Dogg.
Gonna roll a big one, she said. Don't know what she means. I assume a carpet. So
she needs to make more money now. She's bankrupt. She needs a side job fitting carpet.
Yeah, she's going to be rolling tabs for Snoop Dogg.
I really thought that Mayu Iwatani was the Undertaker, so this is shocking news.
This was a devastating bit of news.
I've never seen the Undertaker or Mayu Iwatani in the same place at the same time, but Mercedes here confirming that they are not the same wrestler.
You're right, we haven't.
I know.
Oh, jeez. Everything's upside down now. So May 21st is the key date. That's New Japan Resurgence in Long Beach. So that is when we're going to see Mercedes Money in action next. No opponent yet announced. They've done a lovely graphic for the show that says she's going to be there. Maybe we get those two run back again. Maybe we
get a Snoop Dogg appearance, or is he loyal to the WWE after he defeated The Miz at WrestleMania?
I think having ringside just in case Iwatani gets injured.
Improvise with the best of them.
Just smack Mercedes Money in
people's elbow. Yeah. fair play to Snoop Dogg.
What a guy. Yeah. What a jam up guy. Yeah. As jam up as you are.
And you as well, Tom. It's great to be back.
JustGiving page still open for Jack's Coast to Coast adventures, and more wrestling news throughout the day at Cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.